adults who go through and experience a sexual assault or sexual abuse, obviously it can be very overwhelming and traumatic, oftentimes leading to physical injuries which may heal, but also potentially lifelong trauma. But in the wake of going through something like that, it is really difficult, to orient yourself and to figure out what's next. What do I do? In this country, there are two avenues for survivors to pursue, one being the criminal justice system and the other being the civil justice system, which is what we do here at Laffey, Bucci, D'Andrea, Reich, and Ryan. And that would be, contacting an attorney and seeing if there is any ability to hold, whether it be the perpetrator of abuse or the institution who enabled, covered up, allowed that abuse to happen, hold them accountable in the civil courts. Either way, adult survivors who go through something like that, when they are in a position to make that determination as to whether they want to pursue one of those things, should do certain things to ensure that everything is properly documented. And again, it's an overwhelming thing for them to go through, so it must be tremendously difficult to even have the wherewithal to do that. But for someone who is in that headspace, it's important to document any injuries, whether that be with photos or seeking medical attention by going to a hospital or urgent care to ensure your health and well-being. Also, depending on the nature of the sexual abuse, if there is any sort of communications with the person or persons, whether that be text messages, direct messages, emails, any sort of digital evidence or writing should be saved as best as possible. If there is sexual abuse or sexual violence occurring within the household, obviously doing these things might be tremendously difficult. So some things that adult survivors who are going through that experience can do is setting up, a separate email account and emailing that account things. Also potentially setting up some sort of online journal where things can be documented. All of these steps obviously might not be practical. They might not be possible for someone who has just gone through that experience to do. And if you, as a survivor, don't have the ability to do any of that, that does not in any way impact your ability to seek justice.